back we are with this war of mine. Just as we hit 200% of our funding target on Monster Kingdoms. Thank you so much, everybody who has helped support Monster Kingdoms on backer kits. Wow, we have hit another stretch goal. We're over 200% of our funding target. Let's see how far we can keep going. All the playable options have now been, I believe, exposed to backers, because if you back, no matter at what level, you get access to the entire manuscript as the campaign goes on. So, thank you sincerely so much, all of you who've given support. So, what were we up to here? Boris needs to get up there for sleep. Marine says, people treasure their possessions now. In the past, they just tossed out anything that broke. I had a hard time living off my workshop. Customers were dropping by once or twice a day. Mostly like that old lady who had been using the same iron since she was a young bride and the world was brighter. But there were exceptions. You know, Marine... Oh, no. No, we don't want to do that. We are going to eat. Because I can't remember how hungry each character is. This is the problem. Everyone is on a different cycle of hunger at this point. So that's not great. We're going to do some more boarding up. I know that's what we need to do. Amelia's going to eat. She will also go down and feed the fire. So Boris had just got back from the house that we had been looting, though it wasn't just... It was inhabited by ne'er-do-wells. We don't need to feel... Oh, actually, can we upgrade our stove? I don't know. We don't have a thermometer. Yeah, I know Amelia's tired. Marine is still slightly sick. He really needs sleep. Let's keep making water. If we have got all this snow, let's make water now while we can do, for nice and easy. Looks like we've boarded up everything we can. So, do we make a second bed for people? Not strictly necessary. We already have a stove. We haven't got a herbal workshop, moonshine still. We've got our metal workshop. We don't need a rainwater collector because we have so much snow. I'm going to suggest we get a second bed because it's going to help people with resting. And right now we seem to have some very tired characters. You might argue that it's wasteful to have more than one bed on the go at a time, but when we've got our sick characters here and all these tired characters, sleeping is a good way of getting over said sickness. Sorry, Boris, about the noise. Now we will get Amelia. Let's think. What's the best way to do this? We want to get on down here, make some more food because we want Boris to be able to eat as well. We need water for our meals. So if you're watching this live, please give a thumbs up because it will help it propagate to other people's subscription feeds. And also, if you're watching this live and you haven't already backed Monster Kingdoms, we're over 200% of our funding target, and that is a fucking good place to be. So what are we lacking here? We are lacking in some of the foodstuffs. Oh, no, 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 no. We didn't want to eat. We don't want him to eat. We need Boris to eat when he wakes up. And once Amelia is done... I mean, Amelia needs to sleep, actually, more than Marin. Yeah. But he is recovering from that. In a way, I'd rather Amelia was tired than Marine was sick, because he's been sick since pretty much the beginning of the game. But we have plenty of water now. Let's have a look and see what we can build with our metal workshop. Is there anything worthwhile? If we can get a shovel, that would be handy. Saw blade. Saw blade is a pretty good thing to have. Shovel is also a very good thing to have. It isn't terribly warm, but this winter can't last forever. And I appreciate Marine is probably the best person to assign to this task because he's the handyman. So we'll put him on creating a saw blade. So, Amelia, is there anything else we need you to do? What's this? Is this a wreckage thing we haven't explored yet? My god, it is. Yeah, we'll take all of them. Thank you. Alright then. And what was this up there? I mean, getting a radio might be handy. So we'll set Amelia to sleep. Some parts of a radio station. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised she's tired. Boris, get something to eat before the day is out. So we need to accumulate some more food, definitely. And thank you very much, Link, for the congratulations. I am very happy with where the Backer Kit campaign is. I think we're doing very nicely indeed. Over 200% funding is a very nice place to be. Now, we could build a radio. Tempting. But I think right now filters are more worthwhile. Slightly sick and still recovering, still tired. Alright then. Okay, so the abandoned cottage we're on 100%. The ruined villa only 48. They've still got some food. The supermarket might be a good idea. Lots of food there. Of course, we may bump into someone we don't want to see. Yeah, the latest manuscript drop of Monster Kingdoms Link has gone down very well over on the Onyx Path Discord. I don't know if you've been following that. We'll have Amelia sleep and we'll put Marine back on guard duty. I think we need to go to the supermarket with Boris. Crowbar apparently would be handy, so... I mean, it's quite possible the supermarket is going to prove dangerous. What do you think, Mr. Mister? Hi, Mr. Mister. Hope you've supported the Monster Kingdoms crowdfunding campaign. I think you have already, but if you haven't, link below is on 200% funding. Should we take the crowbar or the axe? Did it say that it was dangerous? I don't think it did, so we will take the crowbar. We won't take the hatchet. This could be very dangerous. But if it is, we need to be prepared to get out That one's got a gun. That's not much of anything, is it? Alright, we'll leave that. If we just walk up, are they going to be okay with us? Hey, you. Should be enough for both of us. Good. We'll grab that because that's a tin of food. Alright, let's start moving quickly, Boris. Nothing here that's terribly appealing, admittedly. And we don't really... Oh, hello. Cigarettes, yes. This will help as well. Ah, fuck it, we'll just take everything. Really, we want to find something that our crowbar's going to unlock. Good. Food, yes. Again, the rest of it we can leave for the time being. Right now what we're lacking more than anything else is food. Weapons parts are always handy. If we can figure out how to get to the underground, I imagine there's going to be some good storage down there. I think we can deposit the sugar here. It will be useful for trading. More weapons parts. Medicine, that will be good. Compost as well. Alright, so how do we get... Hey, you bastard. So how do we get downstairs then? Ah, here's the ladder. So they're taking some of the best stuff already. Glad we got that tin of pills. Hello, Vampire Castle Gaming. I hope you have supported Monster Kingdoms on Back-A-Kit. Bandages, good. Medicine, med ingredients. Might be able to sell that. I don't really want to have to attack anybody here. Now this is what we're looking for. Something locked. Something that the others wouldn't have been able to get into. See, not everybody you bump into in this game is trying to murder you. Hello, that's gonna come in handy. Bullets as well. Is there anything here we want to drop in to replace that stuff? Not yet. This is the War of Mine video game, and I have the board game as well, Vampire Castle Gaming. Both of which are very good. Not sure which came first, the board game or the video game. I feel like it was the video game. And the board game is almost exactly the same. Both very good games. Good stuff. Alright, so we've not made this... We've got plenty of, I guess, half-complete piles of gear here. And I appreciate that the time is ebbing away. We're just trying to grab the best stuff that they have left behind. We can come back here for the rest. See, aren't we nice? We're helping the other scavengers. Will they help us in turn? Probably not. The important thing here is we managed to find a tin of food. We've got food. So yeah, we got food, we got 2 bandages, we got some medicine. That's going to set us up nicely for trading, and because if Marine is still ill... Oh, hello. Why is everyone running? You know what? I don't think I'm going to wait to find out. I think I'm going to get out of here. Just in case there's military presence. I'm not going to get rid of the diamond Vampire Castle Gaming. That's going to help me with trading. Not sure how much. There's different days where diamonds are more useful than others. Oh dear. Someone tried to rob us. They didn't help. Luckily, not only were we armed, but this place is nice and fortified now. So even though everyone is hungry, we have plenty of... well, we've still got another day before we need to actually start doing anything about that. So we need to make water. Yeah, the invading military is still around in this game, Link. Unfortunately, you can run into soldiers, and if you do, that tends to be very bad. Shame we don't have any vegetables. But we can make some cooked food for the following day. Alright, let's see. Now, you can eat every day, obviously. That's not a bad idea. We could make another axe, but we don't need to just yet. Oh, actually, could we upgrade our metal workshop even further? No. But I tell you what we could do. We could load this up with more firewood. Because it's getting very cold. And we are nowhere near being able to upgrade this. I'm hoping the trader will come along, because we need to buy some vegetables. We will make some more snow, so we can create some more water. Hello. Here he is. So really what we're looking for here is vegetables. Yes, yes. Alright then, so what's he got that we might like? Or what are we going to get rid of? We're going to get rid of cigarette. Can we get that for food? No, we can't. Okay, what can we exchange? Okay, that sounds like a deal to me, so that's one thing anyway. Alright, so we've got a can of food. That's always helpful. He does not have any vegetables. But the canned food is very useful. What about this pot of pills? What might we want to exchange that for? Cigarettes. Oh, well, he really doesn't want to get rid of that, does he? Okay, the pot of pills I don't think is going to be relinquished from his grip anytime soon. I would actually be more tempted then to see what we can buy with that diamond out of all these components. Wow, they are tight-fisted with the components. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. No, no, that is not a good deal. That is not a good deal. For all of this? Come on. Maybe it's just that the diamonds aren't worth much right now. Yeah, I think that's it. I would probably... we could probably make some kind of rat-catching device if we keep that fertilizer in. Whereas the tobacco serves very little purpose to us. I think the diamond is going to be more use. We'll get rid of the moonshine. And pick up... Good lord! Okay. That is interesting. What about if we put in some medical stuff? Okay, now we're talking. That's what they want. But not that much. Alright, here is where I will throw in the big guns. Nope, nope, nope. I appreciate this isn't probably thrilling. Alright, we'll do that. We'll do that deal. So now that I'm doing this in isolation, if I do 1 diamond, how much wood do I get for it? 1, 2, literally 2 pieces of wood for a diamond. Wow, this economy, eh? Not interested then. We'll keep him there for the time being. Let's see what we can make. At some point we're probably going to have to... We need a lot more components, and we need... What's this? A mixer. And I think we get a mixer... We have indeed run out of cigarettes. You'll live. How do we get ourselves a mixer? I don't know, but we can now build a trap for small animals, which I'm very tempted by. Let's get a trap for small animals then. That's Boris up there, isn't it? So, Marine is still tired. But we'll get him to make the trap. How do we make this mixer then? Anybody got any ideas? How do you make a mixer in this game? We need more components to get an advanced workshop. Alright, last try with the guy at the door. We need about 13 more components. So what does he... Oh, well, appropriately enough. Whoop. So what does he want for all of that? Clearly the diamond isn't going to cut it. What about with bullets? Okay. Alright, now we're talking. So now, do I get the chance to upgrade my workshop? Yeah, there is inflation in this game. I mean, we joke about it, but because people are having to survive in war, different things gain and lose different values during the course of the game. I am nice enough that I am going to go all the way down there just to send him away. So yes, live viewers, if you haven't already backed Monster Kingdoms on Back-A-Kit, as I say, we're on 200% of our funding total, which is just absolutely fantastic. And quite frankly, we are all delighted. So what can we make now? There we go. We can indeed make a mixer. We could even make a thermostat. Although we might not be able to now. Marine is the best person for this job because he's the handyman, but he is sick and I don't want to get him out of bed. I'd rather he just stays in bed. So do we have enough to make ourselves a thermostat? We do. Superb. Alright, that's good. That's very, very good. The diamond isn't used as a component later, Link, but you can. It is random. A lot of the people who arrive at your house are purely random. Get an offer to escape the city if you can hand over X number of diamonds. So there are points in the game where the diamonds are incredibly worthwhile. As in terms of currency. But... Alright, so we need 20 components. That's alright, we could probably get that on our next run. Providing they haven't all been stolen. I know, but you'll survive without food for a little longer. I'll send you to sleep. So we need 20 components. Let's remember that. How many is that going to be? 4, 4, 4. We need 5 rows of... a row of... Yeah. Oh, okay. That's lots of bandages. We should start selling those next. Because nobody here is wounded. We'll go back to the supermarket. Hopefully it hasn't been picked clean. I'm not wanting to go back to that place where we looted and bumped into the people we were having to hide from, really. So we'll send him scavenging, Amelia guarding, Marine will sleep. So that was the ruined villa. There's still plenty of stuff there. But there's also people, and I don't really want to get caught there. There's loads of stuff still at the supermarket. Mostly parts and weapons. 91... Oh, 91% of it looted. Alright. We will give it a go. We'll give it a go with Boris. We know there's nothing we need to crowbar open now. So we will just go straight scavenging. More than anything else here, we need components. So let's take any bits and pieces we can find. And hope that we don't bump into Johnny Military. Because as you can see, the other scavengers are gone now. So it is quite possible that that the soldiers will show up, and I'm not here with a weapon. So if that happens, we are just going to hide. Oh, I just heard gunfire. That's always reassuring. Not enough components at all. Yeah, I've got some Monster Kingdoms games running on my Discord server as well, Link and Mr. I'm also starting up the Transylvania Chronicles for the first time in a very long time, having been bitten by the vampire bug again, as it were. I don't think we're going to find the number of components we need. This is not nearly enough. And I don't remember any large piles of them. No, nothing over here. There might be recaps, Mr. Mister. It really depends on what time I have available. Most of the videos I make now are by request of people who buy the games I've worked on, which is all very nice of them. I do appreciate that. Not many people request the recaps. Seems, I think in this era of actual play, most people actually prefer to watch games take place than listen to me talk about them. I know, can you imagine the standards that this world has fallen to? Alright, we're clearly not going to find what we're looking for here, so let's just pick up what we can and get out. Sadly, yeah, we're not going to get the 20 components we need to upgrade our heater. And that sounds like someone just opened a door. So currently we have, I think, 11. Yeah, 4, 8... No, we've only got 8 components. Good grief, that's pathetic. Alright, we'll just grab what we can now. Not a hugely successful looting run. But better than nothing. Oh yeah, link. Get in touch with me via MatthewDawkins.com. I've got a contact button on there. If you've got a video to request, I am happy to receive said request. Yeah, I know we're revisiting places we've just been, but I was hoping to just stock up on components because that's what we needed for our furnace. As it is, we're just going to have to pick up any old random crap, really. Oh, actually, can we get across here? Is there anything along this side of the rooftop? Haven't looked over here. That is a big no. Alright. Boris, the person I'm controlling right now, must be going absolutely mad because I am just going back to these places I've already visited. But if we strip this place down to 100%, then so be it. We'll take what's left from here. Okay, not the greatest of hauls, but better than nothing. I think we're going to have to go back to that house I was finding so dangerous. Someone tried to rob us. They didn't manage it. Marine is still feeling unwell. Oh dear. Alright, let's get Boris fed. And then we'll do the same with Marine. In fact, we'll give Marine more medicine. And put him back in bed because he is feeling sick. Which leaves us with Amelia. Can we upgrade this? No, we cannot. Alright, we'll make another meal for Amelia. Yes, your allies can indeed die if they are sick for too long. Tana, Dana, if you haven't already backed Monster Kingdoms on Back-A-Kit, I would greatly appreciate it if you could. We are doing such good work with that game, if I do say so myself. And people really seem to be enjoying it. If you do back Monster Kingdoms on Back-A-Kit right now, ideally go for a physical version. There is a link in the video description below. I would really appreciate if you do. If you back for a physical copy, get in touch with me via MatthewDawkins.com and request a video of your choice. Ooh, we could make a reinforced door. Now that's something. That would prevent anybody from breaking in overnight. Yeah, okay, so we really need those components and electric parts. Alright, never mind the rat trap we were hoping to set up. How much fuel do we have now? We've still got plenty. Alright, I'm gonna feed the fire a little more. Just check that nothing surprising. No, we are nowhere near. Alright, fuck it. More snow shoveling. So we need to go back to that derelict house. We've got 54 snow. Good God. Far more than we need. But while these two are sleeping, might as well make her useful. Boris says, when we were hiding in the basement after they hit our house, we quickly ran out of food and had very little water. I could not move much because of my foot. Anna saved us both. She was a great mother, a real hero. Anna used to go out at night and she was bringing us everything we needed. I do hope Marine recovers soon. His lasting sickness is growing worrying. So, these cans of food... We've already built the damn snowman. These cans of food will suffice to cover a cooked meal. I wonder if we go down with Marine down to the heater, how many he needs. So, sorry Marine, get yourself out of bed. You get into bed. Boris, you're taking over snow digging duty. Yeah, I want to see... So he... he needs far fewer components. Right, well we definitely should be using Marine for all of our building needs, shouldn't we? Alright. I didn't realise his bonus was that good. 4 fewer components. I imagine the next time we go out scavenging, we should be able to pick those up. Yeah, Marine is going a bit too slowly for his recovery, if you ask my opinion. All his laying around in bed is not helping anybody. But right now, that's the main thing. We need lots and lots of components. And after we have those components, what we need is to upgrade our heater so that we need less fuel and so that it warms the place up a little better. We need, so we need loads of components, electric parts, and more components. So it is all components and electric parts, really, that we are after right now. And I don't really want to make more filters at this time. And yes, we have run out of cigarettes. I appreciate that's going to start affecting people's moods. But it is what it is. Still sick, Marine. Okay. So we're going to send Boris out. Supermarket is 100% cleared. Abandoned cottage is 100% cleared. We could try Sniper Junction. We can make medicine. We found medicine. We're giving him herbal medicine each day, which obviously isn't necessarily good. The actual medicine we've got is guaranteed to work, but it's also very valuable, so I don't want to use it unless I really have to, and it looks like I may actually have to. You can make medicine if you make a medicine workshop. We've got nowhere near the amount of components or bits and pieces we need for that. So I would suggest that because the Ruined Villa only has some parts, there's lots of parts at Sniper Junction. Next time we play, we are going to send Boris, slow Boris. Remember, he moves very, very slowly. This is not going to be a good idea. We are going to send Boris to Sniper Junction because everywhere else is still snowed in. We just... The Ruined Villa does not have enough parts for us. We need to send Boris to Sniper Junction. And that feels like a terrible plan. It feels really, really bad. But I think we've got to. And now... Sorry, I just need to check something quickly on my phone. Because I'm being told about the Monster Kingdoms crowdfunder. What is it that I've been told? Oh, well, that's very interesting. It's just some of the people who have backed recently, other game designers. It is always absolutely lovely to... It's always absolutely fantastic when other game designers back your game. I am not going to send him with any tools. I say that. I'm going to send him with a crowbar. Oh shit, no I won't. Yep, Boris is not going with a crowbar. Boris is going to risk it all. And... It is at this point that we're going to leave the game because I need to go get something to eat. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Let's hope Boris makes it. I don't think it's a guarantee, given he is the slowest character in the game and we just sent him to cross Sniper Junction. And he can't deflect the bullets with a crowbar. I will see you next time, probably on Thursday, to see whether Boris does make it through. He has a carrying capacity of 17. I would really like it if he survives this. But until then, if you haven't looked at Monster Kingdoms, I know I keep on about it, but it's a game I'm very passionate about. Do check it out over on BackerKit. It is linked in the video description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.